My name is Elisa Moss. I'm the COO and co-founder of Momentum Funding. I've seen a couple changes. There's really two things that have changed over the last decade that have made a significant impact on the legal industry. One is technology and how it impacted the speed of the business with contracts. Specifically, client plaintiffs and attorneys can sign off on the contracts online. So they can sign off at home, they can sign on their phones, they can sign remotely or anywhere. And once both parties sign, there's a fully executed contract. Both parties can get a copy of the contract. It's real time, and we're able to fund as soon as everyone signs the contract. With communication with the clients, we can email, we can text. So texting has also become a prevalent way of communication, so that we can text clients when their money is ready, we can text with a status update, we can text with a confirmation number. And it really makes it easier for them to get accurate status of when their funding is going through, accurate confirmation number, so when they go to pick up the money, they'll be able to get it the first time, and we can get money to clients within minutes because of this technology. The second major development that I've seen in the legal funding industry is really the relationships. So when this industry started, people didn't know other people in the funding industry, and it's gone from where people were funding with companies that they didn't know and people they didn't know to building relationships with clients. And people want to work with people they know and they trust, especially when it comes to money. So we're all lending the same product, it's all money, but now it's really gone back to that relationship with the plaintiff and making sure that they trust you, that they're working with a reputable company, and the attorney, they want to work with people that they trust and know, and they know are going to treat their clients with respect. Momentum Funding was created for a few different reasons, but we started January 1st, 2015. And when we sat back and we looked at each other and we said, if we could start a funding company from scratch, what would that look like? And what could we offer to our clients? We had this idea to start the company where we really partnered with the attorney, we partnered with the law firm so that we could create products that help the case and the client move forward. We wanted to help the lives of the clients move forward, and so we did this. We created 3 specific products. One is the plaintiff funding product, our main bread and butter. The second is medical funding, and then we have a transportation service, which is U-Ride, and that's for the plaintiffs. So all of these products combined, we're able to partner with the firm, and those products really help the case move forward and the client's life move forward. I've seen a lot of interesting cases over the years, and one that really stands out, the first client and attorney where I remember specifically helping them out and making a significant impact on the client's life and on the attorney's case. It was an attorney that I had worked with for a long time. He had a client and he called me and he said, I have an offer in the case for $20,000. My client needs some money to get through the next couple of months to pay bills and rent, and they need to continue their medical treatment. They need a surgery, but they're really in this desperate situation and they want to take this offer because they have no other options. So what we did is we gave $2,000 to the client. We helped them pay rent, we helped them get set up so they could have the surgery, and how they needed this money to get through the next couple of months while they were recuperating. We gave them the $2,000, the client got the surgery, they recuperated, and it allowed the attorney time to really work on the case and get a fair value for their client, which is really the most important thing, of the client getting the treatment they needed, and they were able to get that settlement, a fair settlement. So it was a significant automobile accident, and because of the funding, the client was really able to get through the next couple of months, and the attorney was able to settle the case for over $250,000. So after the case settled, the attorney called me and the plaintiff called me, and they both thanked me for being able to help them, being able to get the treatment they needed, and be able to get a fair value on their case. So the case really, it still stands out in my mind over the, from the over 10 years of funding. And we made a significant impact for the lawyer, the law firm, the plaintiff, and the call afterwards really opened my eyes on how we can impact the lives of plaintiffs and attorneys. I've seen a lot of developments over the years in technology, the process, from an operational standpoint, and how we get money to clients. And with momentum moving forward, the last couple of months we've developed some new ways to get the money to the plaintiff. One specifically, mobile, it's real time. We send money through Western Union, we wire money, we send checks over email. And we have two new products that are really exciting to us. And one is a debit card. And this is useful when you know a client is going to need living expenses for the next 6 months. So we can just load that debit card every month and get them the money they need within an hour or so if they need. We also have the ability to communicate real time via texting. So we text them a status update when they need it. We're able to get them a confirmation number. So they take their phone with the confirmation and they go pick up their money. So there's no miscommunication with confirmation numbers, which can be tricky. Both of the changes really make it easier for clients to receive funds and have the information in real time and be more convenient for the plaintiff. So I've really seen some interesting cases come across my desk personally that have improved the life of a plaintiff. The one that most recently comes to mind is we gave a client $4,000. She was a mother of 4. She had never used a bank account and she wasn't familiar with the banking process, and she really wanted to change her life. She was in a rural area. She had the check for $4,000. She had 4 kids with her. And she wasn't represented probably in the best way. And when she walked into this bank, she had the check in her hand and they said, "Ma'am, we think this is a fraudulent check," and they made her leave. She called me and she said, "Elisa, this is what happened. I don't know what to do." I said, "Go to another bank." She walks in, same situation. They tell her to leave. So I said, "Go back in there, ask for the manager, and put him on the phone with me." So I got on the phone with the manager and I said, "Hey, listen, here's a woman. She's never had a bank account before. We wrote her a check for $4,000 and she needs access to these funds. She wants to open a bank account. So how do we help her do that?" And at that point they said, "We can help her. She won't have access to the funds for a week, but what he said he would do is rip up the check, and then we ended up wiring the funds to her bank account and she had access that day." So we came up with a solution for that client, and the client called me that day and couldn't believe she had never had anyone give her so much attention, and the attorney called us and thanked us for holding his client's hand and walking the client through the process and going the extra mile for the client. So we're here because of that relationship with the client, with the attorney, and going above and beyond, and we treat each case and client with that individual attention and making those extra calls to make sure if they need to open a bank account, that's what we're here to do.